Hi there, it's Sam from PootlesPapercraft. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is a huge box, and this is a box specifically for a bottle of Body Shop shower gel. Okay, so this is Honey Mania, colour that doesn't particularly go with that, but Body Shop does loads and loads and loads of bottles of it, and I love the stuff, and it's really giftable. Because everybody loves the Body Shop. So I'm going to show you how to make this box. The finished dimensions, if you don't want to put Body Shop stuff in it, it's 2.5 by 2.5 by 5.5 inches to that point. Obviously a little bit more up there, which is 6.5 by 6.5 by 13.5 centimetres. So it doesn't just have to be for Body Shop bottles, but I'm going to show you how to make it. And this is the beautiful new in colour, mint macaroon. I'm sorry, I'm British, I'm going to call it a macaroon, not a macaron. It's mint macaroon. It's that colour. And this stuff here, well, I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, but you need a big old piece of cardstock, 10.5 by 10.5 inches, which is 27 by 27 centimetres. Big piece. So you're going to have your 12 by 12s, and you score it every 2.5 inches on one side, so 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10, which is 6.5, 13, 19.5 and 26 centimetres. I can't believe I've managed to score in inches while talking metric to you. Oh my goodness, how did I manage that? Okay, and then turn it round, and on the other side you score it at 2.5, 8, and flip it over and score it at 9.5, which is 6.5, 20, and then you flip it over and score it at 24.5 centimetres. Let me get that bit right. Okay, so fold and burnish your score lines. This is the Watermelon Wonder. Beautiful colour. It's a difficult colour. I really struggled as to where I was going to put it in my ink caddy, because when you look at the ink pad itself, it looks orangey, yet when you put it with the oranges it doesn't, and it comes out sort of pinky, but it doesn't sit with the pink, so I ended up putting it with red. Just made sense to me. Okay, so there's my score lines. We need to, this is the top of the box, this is the bottom, so we need to get rid of this little skinny jobby here. Let's grab my scissors. And then cut up those four. Okay, so we're going to put the panelling on, but it's not actually designer series paper, it's our envelope paper, and I have the In Colour collection, and it's to make envelopes, so it's lighter than DSP, and it's kind of halfway between our typeset and regular DSP, but I love the patterns. I'm not really an envelope maker, not really, I would just use ordinary envelopes, but I love the pattern. So you've got this sort of wood grain effect, and then the stripe, and then each side is plain. And I like the stripes. I loved it. And the pieces that you need 6 pieces in total that measure, you need 4 that measure 5.25 by 2.25, and 2 that measure 2.25 by 1.25, and that's 13 by 6 and 6 by 4. And the way to do it, the way to cut, is that you cut off a piece that is 2.25 inches wide, and then you cut off your strips. So you actually are only cutting off that much of your sheet of paper and just trimming it down, and then you've got 1/4 inch left over. So rather than hack and chop and hack and chop, cut a length first and trim down. So I'm going to put adhesive on these 4. I'm not going to do that one just yet. So snare on those. Noisy phone. Okay, and oops, oh, I've got myself all tangled. These, as you can see, the only place they can go is there. And just keep layering them on. Kind of reminds me of a beach hut or maybe a deck chair, something like that. Okay, so all of this is going to fold round and pinch in, and this is going to be the the back of the box here. So that will be the front and that will be the back. So that's where we're going to put these two pieces. So those ones there. And obviously, if you're working with scraps to use your DSP, just make sure that you've got your stripes going in the same direction if it's stripes that you're working with. Okay, and I'm going to run some adhesive down that part, so I've got my fuse. And then, as I said, that's going to be the back of the box. So push your sides in first, then the back. We'll flip that over just so I can get some adhesive on there. Obviously, if you're going to put something heavy like a bottle in, reinforce a bit more than I've done, but it's fine. So that fits in. Push there, because this is just a milk carton style. And it fits inside perfectly. I'm going to take it out just for a second because I want to punch some holes in, and it's because we're going through 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of cardstock. I'm using my crocodile, going with the biggest hole. And then I have the matching dotted lace trim. It's so beautiful. It really is scrummy, and it's soft. It's not hard lace at all. Because lace can be hard, it can be stiff, obviously to keep its shape, but this isn't at all. It's just beautifully soft, and I'm thrilled because I'm really not a lace girl. I'm just going to grab a peg just to hold that in place for a minute, and then tie a bow. And actually this is pretty forgiving with me and bows as well. It kind of, you know, I think Stampin' Up! Knew that I'm a bit rubbish at bows and went, you know what, that crazy British girl will make her some ribbon that likes her and that she can work with. She says it's forgiving and it goes all wibbly. It's fairly forgiving. So just open up that, and I will f around with those for the photos. Okay, so my stamping, beautiful. It's a Hostess exclusive. We're down to just 5 Hostess stamp sets, and you can only get these if you place your order over £150. This one here, just gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Forgot to get a piece of white cardstock out. Let's just grab a scrapper. And this is Tip Top Taupe. This is also one of the in colours, and it's the most perfect mushroom colour, which we've not had before, and it is just luscious. Look at that, it's stunning. I'm going to let that dry a second because that's a very, very new ink pad, so it's slightly wet. I'm going to take 3 Watermelon Wonder Itty Bitty Flowers. And just elevate those slightly. And because we're going on big on impact, I'm going with the biggest pearls in the middle. Actually, I want 4 of them, don't I? Let's get another one. Yeah, I wanted the biggest pearls inside. I didn't want these to be shy and retiring at all. So I'm going to punch this with the 2 3/8 scallop circle. It does fit perfectly. You will have to, you know, adjust yourself so that you've got all of the lettering in and you're not losing any bits of the flower either. And then the 2.5 inch circle with more of that beautiful Watermelon Wonder. I'll take a whole load of dimensionals on the back of that. Into the middle there. I'm going to stick 4 on the back of this. and kind of into the centre, and then pick up all my little flowers with some mini glue dots. And I'm just actually covering the flowers that are there. Not that I dislike them, but I wanted to. No other reason. And then one up there, just to finish it off. And I forgot to put the bottle of stuff back in. Oh well, I had to re-sort out that bow anyway. Look, see, that one's gorgeous. But what do you think? I hope you like it. I hope you like the use of the fact that I'm using envelope paper rather than designer series paper. But anyway, I hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.